Hey y'all, what's up? I'm back with Mech-X4. That was 8. Wow. So I'm back with Mech-X4, and this episode seemed kind of short, but it was so dangerous. I'm like, first of all, guys, what the heck is gonna happen to Mark? Is he gonna die? And where did he get them athletic skills? Like, I know he's a big athlete, but that boy was he in gymnastics or something? Like, he was flipping and twisting and fighting some big old robot man. I mean, he can't feel anything, basically. So I'm like, he must be Robot Man. But yeah, so that was literally crazy. And they about to murder 3 kids in the woods and think it's, oh, we gonna cover up with the butcher story, like Conquer Down That Blood. If y'all watch American Horror Story out of my Roanoke Nightmare, our reviews on that, the butcher, that will connect it some way, but I will not connect it on this Disney show. Go watch our reviews for my Roanoke Nightmare. Or so down that blood. But anyway, yeah. So, basically, they have to go camping. And I'm like, first of all, I wouldn't even go out in the woods like that. Like, without my phones, they didn't know you was gonna take the phones. But, like, without my phones, like, bruh, you know, Ryan, without electronics, Ryan really, electricity and nothing, Ryan really, you know, he's kind of vulnerable. He gotta, like, he gotta use his own, like, physical ability of powers, like his hands, his fists, like, you know, he gotta do that instead of using his mind. So it's like, this episode was like scary. Like, that man's gonna kill 3 children, like 3 kids, 3. But okay. But anyways, yeah, so it started off with Harris. He didn't want to go camping, and Ryan was like, oh, you love it. And he's like, last time we caught pneumonia, okay? And the butcher of Bay City is in there, and all of this and that. Bay City, it sounds such like a superhero city. Bay City. Yeah, Bay City. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so he's like, look, we're not gonna go over there. And it was this guy named the butcher, or this worker, and he was a cafeteria worker, tortured by freshmen, and Harris was scared. He's like, look, they was like, look, you smarter than Harris. And he was like, no, I'm smart enough to know that he was never caught. So don't be, I'm gonna be scared. So he's like, look, okay, fine, calm down. So he's like, irrational fear is the only fear I got. So you might get instant famous because, you know, Spider want to get a picture of him. So then Mark was like, oh, his friends, they said Mark and his friends had the little butcher rhyme and all this stuff trying to scare him. So he's like, I'm going to chill in the robot. And he was like, oh, no technology in the woods? Look like you can't do anything. So the principal, I guess, I thought she was chaperoning, but she wasn't, because she was to make sure all the kids on the bus. She is so evil. She's like, oh, y'all bros had a time of y'all lives. This is intent to murder in the 1st degree, maybe 2nd, maybe 3rd. And why she do her mouth like that, like Joanne the Scammer? I'm like, come on, girl, you need to stop. You need to stop. But the camp leader guy, the park ranger, he's like, look, the butcher was good on this. Now he's being really, really shady and really mean to the kids. And he's like, look, all our electronics go in the bucket. So they was like, okay, we're going to be cut off the outside world. That's not going to be good because what if a monster attacks? So they was like, what will Mark do without us, you know, if a monster attack? So Mark was b-boying and flipping and doing all these cool dances. He can dance, and he was doing all this and that. So then he was like, his mom got called him. He's like, what you doing? And then he was like, I'm studying. But anyway, yeah, so the prank ranger, he was like, look, you gotta rough it out, and cell phones aren't roughing it out. So he looked kind of weird. So then Harris was like scared. He's like, oh my god, you look exactly like the butcher's victim. And I'm like, okay. But anyway, yeah, so Ryan's gonna go get the phones, but he ended up getting caught. And then the ranger played them, acting like they was gonna get their phones that day, but they was gonna get it the next day when they left. So they gotta stick together, and it's like, oh no, maybe let's split up. So then Harris was like, yeah, have y'all never seen a horror movie? You gonna split up? Like, I know. If I heard somebody say, let's split up, I'll be like, okay, you go do that while I go sit right here in this corner so nobody can come get me and kill me. So, peace. But anyway, yeah. So the principal, she's like, look, I got all the pilots, and the boss was like, yeah, you better, because you've been really disappointing me lately, not killing kids. I'm like, okay, guys, calm down. Just, all you gotta do is tell the kids, hey, I'm gonna give you an F. Give me the robot. They'll give you the robot. You ain't gotta really kill him. But anyway, yeah, so Ryan, he was going to go get some wood. He heard some noise. His skin is so amazing. He heard some noise, so then he was like, is anyone there? And then Harris was behind him. He's like, oh my god, why'd you grab me, Harris? Why didn't you just call my name? He's like, yeah, now you see how I feel, Ryan. Every time I hear a leaf crunch, I pee a little, and I'm getting warm. So then Ryan was like, that's extremely gross. You nasty. Back away from me. So yeah, so he's like, look, okay. So then Mark's friend Dane scared them, pretending to be the butcher, and then he took a picture. He's like, look, this is the greatest varsity prank of all. So then Harris is like, look, Ryan, just delete the picture off the phone. and it fried the phone. So then he left, so then it's like, oh yeah, ha ha ha. And then Dane thought he had it, but he just went and deleted the picture of the phone. But then Spider came, he's like, oh my god, Harris, you the butcher? Because he saw the mask. He's like, you the butcher? You sick, you sick. So then Ryan was like, oh, he's not the butcher, but okay. So Mark was eating and watching his little football playbacks, and then he heard something, and I was like, uh-oh. He's like, that sounds not awesome. He had a big old wrench that I feel like was bigger than his body, but he had it on his shoulder, and it was an alert coming. So then the door blasted, and it was the coach man, the right-hand man. He was like, I wasn't expecting anyone here. So then Mark hit him with the wrench, and he's like, well, now nobody's gonna be in here no more. So he was like, look, he tried to hit him, but he didn't feel it. So then he tried to like push the metal door on him, but then he raised the metal door up, and it was too much going on. He was ruining the door. He tried to get Mark. Mark was it was like too much going on. Basically, Mark was flipping around and was fighting. It was ruining everything in the freaking robot, like all electronics that Harris worked on, in the trash, basically. So then Spider, he was going to lure out Dane, and he was going to go scare Dane with the mask, and then leave Dane right there, and then go and get Dane's phone so they can see if any monsters are coming. You know what I'm saying? But then Harris disappeared, and then Spider disappeared. So then Ryan got the GoPro on him. I don't know when he got that, but like the camera shot was on the GoPro. So then basically Ryan was just kept running and running and running and running. Meanwhile, Mark tried to electrocute Coach. He didn't do that. He was like, oh, that was supposed to hurt. He was like, yeah. So then these stunts from Mark was flipping and flopping, and he used his force field, and the guy kept punching him in his force field. But then the computer was fried, and then he used the helipads, and then the helipads like stuck. The like gravity puck stuck to the man, so he can lean up against the wall. So he was like, I'm not gonna stay here forever. So then Mark was like, yeah, but it'll buy me a few minutes to figure out what I'm gonna do with you. But I think Mark hurt his back a little bit, which I'm kind of scared because that might mess up like his athletic career. But he kind of hurt his back when he was fighting him. So Dane sprung his ankle, and he was crying on the floor, and he was like, oh, tell Mark that he's awesome. And he wasn't really gonna die, but Ryan was like, okay. So then Ryan was like, where's Spider and Harris? And then he ran into the park ranger. The park ranger, he was talking, he's like, yeah, the butcher really ain't real. That's what Ryan was saying. So then the park ranger was like, yeah, but this year he came back to finish the job. So then Ryan was like, the zoom in. He was like, wait, it was too much. So Mark, he tried to figure out what he was gonna do with the guy, but the guy broke out. So yeah, it's round 2. It's like, are you behind the monster attacks? And he was like, not exactly. But they all wrapped up. Ryan, Harris and Spider are all locked up. All wrapped up in the course. So the electricity shut off and all this and that. It's like, well, now the story can be real, little kid, after this weekend. So Mark was going at it with the coach guy. Again, it was too much. I was like, God, Mark was so amazing. But then he got him. And then I was like, that man made of metal. How is he doing it? Mark, did you take gymnastics? What the heck is going on? He jumped on a bungee cord. And he thought he could kick him like, he thought he could jump on a bungee cord and like, boom. That didn't work. But actually, the guy... That's crazy because that same exact type scene was in this movie called Little Man with Marlon and Shawn Wayans, and that guy that played Coach was in that movie and had that same exact move done on him. But anyway, yeah. So the guy ended up throwing him, and now he's probably locked up too. He's like all locked up. So the perfect cover story for the disappearance. Ryan looked kind of scared, you know what I'm saying? But the park ranger was about to kill him, so he should have been scared. And then he saw a walkie-talkie radio, started messing with it. So he's like, look guys, plug your ears. So he made like this silent noise, not the silent noise, but like this screeching noise. He made that, so the Spider broke free. He was like, I've been tied up so many times, I know how to break free. It's like, what? Why didn't he break free before? But yeah, so then the lights came on. Ryan was blowing things up, blowing the lamps like with his mind. It was so much. Ooh, it was too much. It was too much. So then Mark was tied up. He's like, how do we start this thing? That's what the guy was like. He was like, he started laughing. And he was like, oh, you think this is funny? He's like, I can't help it. I can't turn it on. You can't turn it on. And I'm awesome. I'm awesome. And I can't even turn it on. Like, so yeah. So then the guy was like, send it. He was like, send what? So yeah, meanwhile, there's like the park ranger was like, good luck with reception, and they couldn't get a call. So they basically electrocuted the man to death because they used the trap that they had for Dane to put him in a tent, and then they threw all of the phones in there and blew them up. So all of the kids that are not being watched right now by any teacher or any type of adult, the park ranger is basically dead, and I don't know who's gonna watch the kids. I don't know who's gonna pick the kids up. But this is too much. I mean, there's unsupervised children walking amongst the campgrounds, and the park ranger is basically half dead, and all of their phones are destroyed. So, yeah. But Ryan ended up getting Mark's text and he got the reception. It was like, help, come here. So he's like, oh, we gotta go get Mark. So then Coach, he found the on button. So he's like, the fuck? And I was like, what? And then Mark was like, how you do that? And he was like, ha 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 ha, I'm taking this rod with me. So then Harris, Spider, and Ryan, they was on their bikes and they got there. So then he was like, I'm gonna take this robot. And then like a dragon monster picked up the robot and flew away with it. I'm like, what? And then Harrison was like, and his eyes were sparkling, his green eyes were sparkling. I was like, and then yeah, so I'm like, first of all, one, how do you explain this to their mom? How do you explain it to their mom? How do you explain that your child, how are they gonna explain that his brother just got kidnapped by some man made of some unhumane thing? Like, how are they gonna explain that? I wonder if she find out, will she still let Ryan do it? That's what I wonder. But guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? I need to know what's gonna happen. I don't know when the next episode's coming on. This is literally killing me, guys. Like, ah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys next time. Happy holidays. Ho, ho, ho. There you go. There's the season. That was too much. I was being very extra right there. But I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to check out our other videos. And this show is really cool. Mech-X4.